Hello, DigiFam. It is Prodigious, and I'm here with yet another deck profile. Now, this is also going to be coming from our local Jankrat's Junkyard Corner, but it's also a deck that I believe a lot of you seem to have liked back in those days. This is going to be a complete overhaul of a raid deck. Now let's take a look and see what the little Mucha Lucha looking Digimon Olympian has to say. Let's get into it. Alright, and again I want to take a quick moment to remind you that if you like this kind of content and you want to see more and join my growing community, I'm on a long road to 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do to really help out and to enjoy the fun is go ahead and hit that like button for starters. Definitely hit the subscribe button and then tickle that little bell in the corner so that way you know when my videos go live. It really helps a lot and I really appreciate it. Alright, now moving on to the deck profile in question. We are running 4 copies of Koromon from BT14. This is when you remove a security from your opponent's security stack, you get to draw a card. Then I'm running 4 copies of Tinkermon from BT18. Now, this Digimon has, when this Digimon or any of your tamers would Digivolve into a multicolored Digimon that is red or green, reduces Digivolution cost by 1. Inheritable is piercing, and that's the important part. Now, our next rookie of choice is going to be Bearmon, back from BT11. No effect on it, but does have an inheritable of your turn once per turn. When the attack target of this Digimon switches, it gains plus 3,000 DP for the turn. Alright, moving on. I'm running 4 copies of Agumon from EX8. This guy has the ability to Digivolve from Koromon for 0. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 card with Tyrannomon in its name, or Reptile or Dinosaur, and 1 Ryoto Williams among them to your hand. Now, you're not going to be really digging for that tamer. You're going to mainly just see what kind of other Tyrannomon and Reptiles/Dinosaur trait Digimon you might pick up. But mainly it's in here for its inheritable of your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. Going into our champions, we are running 4 copies of Grizzlymon. Now, this thing has Raid on a level 4, but it also has the inheritable of when this attack target of this Digimon switches, it gains plus 3,000 DP for the turn. Now, next, I'm running 4 copies of Tyrannomon from EX8. This has security effect of at the end of the battle, play this card without paying the cost, as well as start of the main phase, and when Digivolving, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable, your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. So I believe you can already see where this is going. We're building towards trying to just constantly have things that give us DP, and I'm also hoping to get a little cheeky bit of some piercing built into my inheritables. Our final level 4, before we go into our level 5 ultimates, is going to be 4 copies of Tyrannomon X Antibody. So this is going to be the other one that we're going to try and search for using our Agumon. It has Raid, and it also has when attacking, if a Digimon card with Tyrannomon in its name or X Antibody is in its Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon may Digivolve into a card with Tyrannomon in its name or Dinosaur trait in your hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. So, most likely that won't trigger, but if it does, it does. It's kind of 50-50. But, again, the next best thing is it does have the inheritable of piercing. Alright, now our other level 5s that we're going into. The main one I want to try and aim for, if it's all possible, is Grap Leomon. He has Raid, And then he has the inheritable that says that when the attack target of this Digimon switches, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Now, our backup ultimate to go into would be Master Tyrannomon. He has Fortitude, which makes him a good backup level 5 to go into, because if you can't go into Grappleomon, at least this guy having Fortitude is the next best thing, and I'll go into it as to why. First of all, it does Fortitude, which means if it has sources, if something were to pop it, it comes back into play, giving you a chance to still go ahead and try and go into your mega levels. It also has an on-play when Digivolving effect that says you may suspend one Digimon, then if this Digimon is suspended, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. Inheritable is just a generic security attack plus. Now the reason why I'm saying that I prefer Grappleomon over Master Tyrannomon is, again, we have a lot of stuff that's trying to give us DP, especially if our attack target switches, possibly even an inheritable of piercing. So I want to see the raid of Grappleomon. And then when I do go into a level 6, I'd prefer to go ahead and just straight up trash a security versus just getting a security attack plus. Now, going into our megas, we are running 4 copies of Marsmon. He is one of the Olympus 12s. He has a raid. He also has when Digivolving, we gain Blitz. And then last but not least, he has when the attack target of this Digimon switches, unsuspend this Digimon, and then gain 1 memory for each red tamer you have in play. Now, our backup mega for this deck is ironically the backup mega that was included in the deck it came out of, and that is the Starter Deck 7 Shine Greymon. It has Security Attack Plus, but it also has Piercing. Pretty straightforward, gets the job done. And then, of course, we're going to run the typical toolbox of a couple of the good option cards here. We have Red Scrambles at 2. So we can go into our 5s and 6s for a reduced cost of 3. And if we do find ourselves with nothing on board because they all got popped, we can use that effect to go ahead and put a rookie back out and put something on top of our deck. Then I'm running 3 copies of both Red Memory Boost so we can do some digging and grab our stuff. Everything has got a red color in it. And then the ability to pop it later for 2 memory. And then Offense Training. This card is going to be very good as well because it lets us do a little more digging. Even lets us grab other copies of option cards and tamers. And then we can pop it from our field to reduce a Digivolution cost of something by 2. And then last but not least, we have our sweet little setup of tamers. I'm running 2 copies of Tai Kamiya from BT14. He has start of your main phase, one of your Digimon with the vaccine trait gets plus 2,000 DP. Your turn, when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, by suspending this tamer, gain a memory. And just to double check, let's see, vaccine. Tyrannomon X antibody is data. Tyrannomon is data. But vaccine, and Tinkermon's virus. So the main portion of our top end that we would probably be swinging with is all vaccine. Alright, and then finally we have our memory fixer at 2. I'm running 2 heroes. So he's going to fix our memory to 3 at the start of our turn, and when one of our Digimon with Gammon or a level 5 or higher attacks, by suspending him we can give something plus 2,000 more DP. So again, this deck is about just having big numbers. Way big numbers than anything our opponent has. So that way we can always swing into whatever they have, whether it be suspended or not. And then if we can cheekily get in that extra little inheritable of piercing somewhere along the way, then it works out even better. But anyway, tell me your thoughts down below. I know it's not a meta deck, but I think it can actually shake things up and give a locals a run for its money. But this has been Prodigious, and I will see you next time.